Steve Wilkos has been changing lives for 8 years with his daytime show. Now the serious topics and tough conversations are heading into season 9. Team OK sat down with the star for this one-on-one. Steve started out as director of security and eventually substitute host of the Jerry Springer Show. But now that he has his own series, the 51-year-old really gets to help people, including one guest he talked into admitting his problems.
All the fingers I pointed at you.
He was so, I didn't do this. And I said, well, if you fail, will you go and be escorted by my security to turn yourself in? And he said, yeah. And after the show, we sent security with him, and he turned himself in, and he went to jail.
It's not just guests who have turned their lives around. Steve has also made big changes over the years, especially since his wife, Rochelle, took over as executive producer.
She said, you know what? You're not going to be produced anymore. You just say whatever you want, do whatever you want. And I think then the different layers of my personality came through, and I think people were able to relate to me much more.
Steve is definitely more relatable these days and does his best to practice what he preaches.
It seems to me in this country, it's, there's nobody takes responsibility for their actions anymore. And I think that this is a show that clearly how people should live their lives. Everything I preach on the show, I preach and, I live my life. And maybe that's the biggest aspect of it.
To get involved with Steve, check your local listings or head to stevewilkos.com.